Looking Inside the Stainless Sensation, the most incredible story in automotive history by Alexx Michael.
Oh, I mean, now, Alex, I am the only senior member of the company in the USA and the UK who's still alive.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in so much demand. Not not, be, not because I'm any good, just that I qualify by being alive.
What was your first impression of John when you met him the first time?
Oh, I could trot out all the usual stuff like charismatic and
Yeah.
handsome, gregarious. But above all, the thing that really struck me about John and was the thing that ultimately, when I eventually accepted his offer, because I've turned him down twice, as
Yeah, I
you
know.
may was his thorough knowledge of the industry that we're working in. He was a guy who I felt totally comfortable with. I mean, I've only ever worked in automotive. He had only ever worked in automotive. And I realized very quickly that he knew it nuts and bolts. So he was very easy to relate to.
No, that's good. I remember in one of the interviews, so it was also in his biography, where he talked about the fact that during his university times, like he also worked and he sold insurances
He
and
sold all
just
sorts of things. He sold yellow pages,
that is
which were which were yellow sheets of paper.
no, but later he also sold like certain kind of insurances just so like he felt like he's not really able to communicate in the way he wants to. So he figured out, well, if I learn this and I have to communicate with people all the time, I will get better with it. And then like within a few months he sold insurance policies for like a few $100,000. And then I was like, okay, I guess I know how to do it now.
Yeah, and of course he came from a very working class background
Yeah.
and rags to riches almost. So it's understandable. I mean, I understand that because I too came from a working class background.
Yeah.
My father started work at 14
Oh,
and retired at 65 and worked on the shop floor all his life as an
oh,
engine fitter. You know,
oh. For what
so
company?
yeah. Pardon?
For which company did your dad work?
Well, he grew up. He lived in Coventry, which is where I grew up. And of course, Coventry had at one time just about every car manufacturer.
Oh, okay.
Uh, so the routine was that uh, there were no redundancy in those days. If the market began to slip, the guys were just laid off. So my dear old dad would just move around from one car manufacturer to another. He'd
Okay.
work for Morris, work for Standard, he'd work for Daimler, he worked for Jaguar. He retired from Jaguar in the end. Um, so it was a case of working for as long as you were able, then probably having a couple of months off work without pay, no
Oh,
redundancy in those days, and then find another job. And
wow.
so it was a bit nomadic.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, that's what Coventry offered in those days.
Yeah.
Where we are going, we don't